Welcome back to our channel Rare Coins All Worlds, Coin Collecting Adventures. Today, we're diving into the world of nickels, specifically the 2022 United States 5 cents coin. We'll explore its design, its historical significance, and most importantly, its value and worth in today's market. So, let's get started. First, let's take a closer look at the 2022 nickel. This coin features the iconic portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse side, designed by Felix Schlag. The reverse side showcases Monticello, Jefferson's famous home, which was also designed by Schlag. The 2022 nickel is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, just like other modern nickels. It has a diameter of 21.21 mm and weighs 5 grams. The edge of the coin is plain, without any reading or inscriptions. For collectors, the condition of the coin is crucial in determining its value. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, uncirculated coin. Most circulated 2022 nickels will fall in the range of very fine, VF, to about uncirculated, AU. So, what's the value of a 2022 nickel? In general, circulated 2022 nickels are worth their face value of 5 cents. However, uncirculated or proof coins can be worth more. Let's check out some current listings on popular coin marketplaces. On eBay, we see uncirculated 2022 nickels selling for around $1 to $3. Proof coins from the San Francisco Mint, especially in perfect condition, can fetch higher prices, ranging from $5,000 to $10,000 or more. If you're a collector, you might also be interested in obtaining a 2022 proof set, which includes not just the nickel but other coins minted in 2022. These sets are often sold by the U.S. Mint or reputable coin dealers. To sum it up, while your everyday 2022 nickel might not be worth more than its face value, uncirculated and proof versions can be a nice addition to any collection and have a higher market value. Always consider the condition and rarity when evaluating coins. Today, we're diving into the details of the 2021 United States 5 cents coin, commonly known as the nickel. We'll explore its design, minting details, and most importantly, its value and worth. So, let's get started. First, let's take a look at the design. The obverse side of the 2021 nickel features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, designed by Felix Schlag. This design has been a staple on the nickel since 1938, with a few modern updates over the years. Now, flipping to the reverse side, you'll see Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia estate, which is beautifully depicted on this coin. This side of the coin was also designed by Schlag, and it's a true representation of American history and architecture. The 2021 nickel, like its predecessors, is made of a composition of 75% copper and 25% nickel. This makes it durable and gives it a distinct silver-like appearance. One important aspect to check on your 2021 nickel is the mint mark. You can find it on the obverse side, to the right of Jefferson's portrait. The mint marks you'll typically see are P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, and S for San Francisco. Coins from the San Francisco Mint are usually proof coins, which are specially made for collectors. Speaking of proof coins, let's talk about the different types of 2021 nickels you might come across. Regular circulation nickels from Philadelphia and Denver are common, but proof nickels from San Francisco are highly sought after by collectors due to their superior quality and finish. Now, let's get to the part you've been waiting for: the value and worth of the 2021 nickel. For regular circulation coins, their value is generally face value, which is 5 cents. However, if you have a coin in pristine, uncirculated condition, it might be worth a bit more to collectors, typically around 10,000 to 20,000 cents. Proof coins, on the other hand, can be worth significantly more. A 2021 S-proof nickel can fetch anywhere from $10,000 to $50,000 or more, depending on its condition and whether it's part of a set. Keep an eye out for error coins as well. These are nickels with minting mistakes, such as off-center strikes, double dies, or other anomalies. Error coins can be worth anywhere from a few dollars to hundreds of dollars, depending on the rarity and type of error. So, if you come across a 2021 nickel with any unusual features, it's worth getting it evaluated by a professional or a trusted coin grading service. In summary, while the 2021 nickel is mostly worth its face value for everyday transactions, collectors might find more value in uncirculated, proof, or error coins. Finally, its market value is $51,000. Always check your change and your coin collections. You never know what valuable pieces might be hiding in plain sight. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of the 1984 United States 5-cent coin, also known as the Jefferson nickel. Is it worth more than its face value? Stick around to find out. The Jefferson nickel has been a staple of American currency since its introduction in 1938. But what makes the 1984 nickel special, and how much could it be worth today? First, let's talk a bit about its history and design. The Jefferson nickel features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, on the obverse, or head side, designed by Felix Schlag. On the reverse, or tail side, you'll find Monticello, Jefferson's iconic Virginia estate. In 1984, the Jefferson nickel was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. The mint mark can be found on the obverse, just to the right of Monticello. Nickels from Philadelphia have no mint mark, while those from Denver have a D, and San Francisco mint coins bear an S. The value of your 1984 nickel depends on several factors, including its condition, rarity, and demand among collectors. Let's break it down. Coins are graded on a scale from poor, P1, to mint state, MS, 70. The better the condition, the higher the grade and potential value. For the 1984 nickel, circulated coins usually retain their face value of 5 cents. However, uncirculated or proof coins can be worth more. As of now, the market value for a 1984 Jefferson nickel in uncirculated condition, MS 65, ranges between $30,000 to $20,000. Proof coins from the San Francisco Mint, especially those in pristine condition, PR 69 or PR 70, can fetch anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000 or more. Now, let's talk about error coins. These are the wild cards in coin collecting. Look out for errors like off-center strikes, double dies, or planchet errors. Such anomalies can significantly increase a coin's value. For instance, a 1984 nickel with a major error can sell for anywhere between $20,000 to several $100 depending on the type and severity of the error. So, while most 1984 nickels might only be worth their face value, certain conditions and errors can make them much more valuable. Finally, its market value is $53,000. Always check your change carefully, you might just have a hidden gem in your pocket. Today, we're diving into the world of numismatics with a closer look at a coin you might have in your pocket right now, the 1994 United States 5-cent coin, commonly known as the nickel. Stick around as we explore its value, rarity, and what makes this coin special. The 1994 nickel is part of the series that began in 1938, featuring a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, and Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia home, on the reverse. But how much is a 1994 nickel worth? Let's break it down. First off, it's important to know that the 1994 nickel was produced in large quantities. In fact, the U.S. Mint made over 1 billion of these coins that year. So, for the most part, a 1994 nickel is worth its face value of 5 cents. However, if you're a collector or just curious, the value can vary slightly based on the coin's condition. For instance, if your nickel is in uncirculated or mint state condition, it might fetch a little more. Generally, a 1994 nickel in mint state can be worth around 10,000 to 20,000 cents. Coins with higher grades, like those rated by professional grading services, might be worth more. FinLLYIT's market value is $54,000, but keep in mind, the 1994 nickel isn't considered rare or especially valuable in the grand scheme of coin collecting. Still, it's always exciting to check your change and see if you have any unique or valuable coins. The 1994 nickel might not be worth a fortune, but it's a great addition to any collection. If you're interested in learning more about the value of coins or want to get into coin collecting, make sure to check out resources like coin catalogs, online forums, and local coin shops. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of the United States 1958 5-cent coin, also known as the Jefferson nickel. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just curious about the change in your pocket, we've got all the details on the value and worth of this particular coin. Let's get started. The Jefferson nickel, first introduced in 1938, features the iconic profile of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse side and Monticello, his Virginia home, on the reverse. But what makes the 1958 nickel special? Let's take a closer look. On the obverse, we see a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, designed by artist Felix Schlag. Look closely for the inscription, "In God We Trust" to the left, "Liberty" to the right, and the date, 1958, below. Flipping the coin, we have the image of Monticello, Jefferson's home, with E pluribus unum above, Monticello below the building, followed by 5 cents and United States of America. Now, let's put this coin into historical context. In 1958, Dwight D. Eisenhower was president, Elvis Presley was dominating the charts, and the U.S. was in the midst of the post-World War II economic boom. This was also a time when coin collecting started gaining popularity in America. Over 17 million Jefferson nickels were minted in 1958 at the Philadelphia Mint, with no mint mark, and about 17 million more at the Denver Mint, marked with a small d. The large production numbers make this coin relatively common, but its value can vary significantly based on condition and rarity. Coin condition is key. The Sheldon grading scale, ranging from poor, P1, to perfect mint state, MS 70, helps determine a coin's value. A circulated 1958 nickel in average condition typically ranges from 5 cents to 10 cents. However, coins in higher grades, like mint state, can fetch anywhere from $3 to $15, sometimes more if they're exceptionally well preserved. Here's a comparison. A 1958 nickel in good, G4, condition might show heavy wear with the details being very faint. In contrast, an MS 65 grade coin would appear almost flawless with a sharp strike and full detail. When assessing your 1958 nickel, pay attention to key features like the clarity of Jefferson's hair, the sharpness of Monticello, and the presence of any steps on the building. Full steps, indicating a fully struck coin, can significantly increase its value. Let's talk market value. Finally, its market value is $56,000. As of 2024, a regular 1958 Jefferson nickel in circulated condition is worth about face value, 5 cents. However, uncirculated coins or those with full steps can be valued much higher. An MS 65 coin with full steps can range from $20 to $50 or more at auctions. Don't forget to check for rare variants and minting errors. Misstrikes, off-center strikes, and double dies are examples of errors that can add significant value. These rare coins can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on the rarity and demand. Today, we're diving into a fascinating topic for all you coin collectors and history buffs out there. We're talking about the 2012 United States 5 cents coin, commonly known as the nickel. Specifically, we'll explore its value, worth, and everything you need to know about this little piece of American currency. So, let's get started. First things first, let's cover the basics. The 2012 nickel is part of the Jefferson nickel series, which has been in circulation since 1938. It features the profile of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, or front side, and Monticello, Jefferson's home, on the reverse, or back side. The 2012 design is similar to previous years, but it does have some unique elements. In 2012, the U.S. Mint produced the nickel in both Philadelphia and Denver, so there are 2 mint marks to look out for. The P mark indicates the Philadelphia Mint, while the D mark represents the Denver Mint. There are no major design changes for the 2012 nickel, but always check for any potential errors or variations, as these can sometimes add value. Now, let's talk value. In terms of face value, the 2012 nickel is worth Yep, you guessed it, 5 cents. But what about its collector's value? Finally, its market value is $51,000. As of now, a regular 2012 nickel in circulation is generally worth its face value. However, if you have a nickel in pristine condition, especially from a mint set or with unique features, it could fetch a bit more. Coins in uncirculated or proof condition can be worth a few dollars more, depending on their condition and rarity. Point 1. Check for mint marks. Always look at the mint mark to see if it's from Philadelphia or Denver. Store properly. Keep your coins in a cool, dry place and use protective holders to maintain their condition. And there you have it. The 2012 nickel may not be worth a fortune, but it's a great addition to any collection and a fascinating piece of American history. Thanks for tuning in too. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on our latest content. Drop a comment below if you have any questions or if you've come across any interesting coins yourself. See you next time.